Hello and thanks for checking out my video. I've been asked a few times how I've done my aerial footage on my YouTube videos. Really quite simple. I use a GoPro camera here. It's nice because it's easy to use. It comes in this waterproof, drop resistant case, so where our next venture is to start using it for aerial footage for water skiing or snowboarding or whatever we can try. At any rate, so where I chose to do it, I actually did it underneath the plane. Excuse the noise. I chose to cover up the stock battery door, which I'll show you where I relocated the battery here in a moment. But this allows me good CG, and also I can mount the camera forward or backwards or forwards, and I can still tilt for up and down to give me different angles. I kind of like that. So here's where I put the battery. I actually removed the stock receiver, upgraded to a DSM-2 AR6100E receiver, so I can bind it with my DX7 and play around and get some more channels and have a good time there. Upgraded to a 20 amp brushed speed control, snipped the wires off, just soldered them together and covered them back up in some shrink wrap. And this is a standard 20C battery that you see a lot of this same size. If you need the measurements, you can measure forward and back. You want just a little bit of room in the back, and your left and right should be the same width as the old receiver tray. Reverse your Velcro so that it goes along the top of the battery in the canopy area here, if you will. And I changed out my servos to a 3-wire Park Zone servos as opposed to the 5-wire servos that come with this unit, because I have a lot more of those laying around. You will notice that there's not a whole lot of room if you sight down this between the bottom of the GoPro and the ground, but it do have about a 1/4 inch, which is enough depending on how soft a landing you can do, or you can fly without the landing gear, but I recommend, just like hand launching, hand catching as well. The other thing to make sure you think of doing is or consider doing is I've located my receiver as high up as I can in this area here, not so high that I'm rubbing on the push rods, because obviously that'll rub through the receiver antennas or what have you, but I also mounted my speed control up really high because I have unfortunately crashed this in the water and it does float pretty good. However, you don't want those components getting wet if you can avoid it. What has happened in the past when I've gotten this, when I first learned how and I got these two wet, is it just hit the throttle it wasn't going very fast. It looked kind of like a flopping fish in the water. But anyway, thanks for checking out my video.